Hey, hey, hey! Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back. We're playing PowerWash Simulator because I'm feeling lazy today.
That's fair enough. It's been a fucking week for everybody.
Yeah, I feel that way every week, though.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right. We got Vague here. We usually hang out with him on Wednesdays, but I gave him an extra day for the holidays.
He actually locked me inside of his computer box. Save me, Jesus, Tom Cruise. Satan, you owe me.
All right. Let's see. Let's start washing, shall we? The removals ban. Let's see.
You know what I've always wanted to do for April Fools is
Hmm.
get like a iPad or something and stick it behind a printer and just put the printer as voice activated, and then when somebody actually yells at it, I'll just be like, "Help! My boss has trapped me inside the printer. Help me."
So we got this cool new location and this like postmodern software slash architect building. But we had to sell off almost all of our equipment to do it.
That honestly does not sound like a smart thing to do.
I mean, we were living out of our van,
Is that not the way to live?
but also, like, it's a power washing company. You don't really need more than a van.
Pretty much.
Like, the whole company can exist inside of a vehicle.
You see, Expedition 33 is starting to sweep some of the awards.
As it should. It's one of the
Did
best
you finish
RPGs
it?
ever made. I haven't even played it yet.
Damn.
I haven't even played it, and I can tell you that it's one of the best RPGs ever made. I don't even
Yeah.
need to play it to know that.
Fucking great. I feel that sort of the thing is, people like JRPGs, but they don't like anime, so they never play them.
I think that happens a lot. Yes, I agree. I think a lot of people like the idea of JRPGs, like good ones, but they just don't want to deal with anime bullshit. And I will say, the worst parts of the Trails and the East series, which are both incredible, is the anime-isms. The anime-isms are horrible, and they make me want to die. Oh man, I can't believe that the main character and the canon love interest were both not paying attention and they bumped into each other and like just fucking kill me,
Yep.
please.
And then there's Rance, which is on the hentai side, and he's quite possibly the worst main character in any kind of anime RPG, what do you call it? Adjacent. He's a genuinely awful human being in a lot of ways.
That doesn't surprise me. Anime does things to people. That's why I would never be in anime.
God, there was
Right?
an anime, I can never remember the name, where the two main characters are fighting a monster, and then right before they both get straight up murdered by the monster, the main character finds out the woman is pregnant, and then they end up in another world.
Oops.
Like, that sounds kind of crazy.
I hate when that happens.
Are you ever going to go back and finish the new DLC for the 40K RPG game?
Rogue Trader? Fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The problem is
Yeah,
that I'm gonna have to, like... I'm gonna have to start over. Like, I can't just
Yeah.
jump in.
Yeah, I'm personally also at that point because I'm like 2 or 3 planets into the game, and maybe a little more. And they put out so much DLC, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth it to continue with that run or start over.
It's just so much work.
Yep.
Because it's so much video game.
Yep. But then again, if you were like, "Hey, Vague, buddy, you want to play Persona 5 again?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's do a challenge run."
Fuck no.
Yeah, challenge run, bro.
I would never, ever play Persona 5 again unless I was playing it with a group of people that had never played it. That is the only way I would do it. What game are we talking about? Rogue Trader. It's a
I played through
CRPG
Persona
that's
5 twice.
it's a CRPG that's like a gazillion hours.
Yep. I think they did a little bit to lessen the grind of the back half of the game. Because, God, I remember you suffering. Just like, Jesus Christ, when will it be over? Fuck these mobs. Fuck them.
Yeah, I definitely hit a point at the end of the game where I was like, I just want this to be over.
That's kind of what I hit with Silent Hill F, too. Just like really the back half of the game.
Well, there's a... I am told that the back half of that game is annoying on purpose.
Yeah, there's so many mobs, it's not even funny.
Like, it's on purpose. They do it on purpose because of plot reasons.
Yeah,
they also added a skip button to the gauntlet at the end.
Yeah, that gauntlet was like, it's interesting the first time, but like the 7th time you're just like, God.
Yeah, so the problem is that each time you go through, it has unique dialogue.
Yep.
And if you skip it, you just don't get the dialogue.
Yep.
Personally, I think they should have just balanced it a little better.
Yeah.
Personally. Just do it right the first time.
Yeah, I personally like Silent Hill 2 Remake better, but that apparently is not a controversial opinion.
My only Silent Hill exposure is watching other people play it.
Was it someone who's easily scared or somebody like me who's just like, I'm gonna fuck this shit up?
No.
Because, God, watching somebody play it who's easily frightened is the most hilarious thing ever.
Why is this truck so dirty?
I don't know. I'm like, how did we load our stuff into this truck and then all of a sudden there's mud everywhere?
I mean, the truck that I used for moving, we borrowed from a company my mother works at. And it was pretty dirty, but like, it wasn't nowhere close to this. And they moved construction material in that.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, well, yeah, of course it's a little dirty. They use it for construction.
Yeah.
I would expect it to be.
Drew almost tripped going up the stairs. I just heard funk, 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 funk. He's very upset.
Poor
I
baby.
wish he was small enough. I could just put him on my lap like my other dog. But alas, he is too big.
All dogs are lap dogs if you're not a coward.
He also does not like to be picked up. He gets very upset.
Oh.
Like,
Hercules
unless
did
he's
not
like,
know what to do when people tried to pick him up because he was so big. He was just kind of like, what? Sir, do you have any idea what it is you're attempting to do right now?
Yep.
It was for him, it was mostly just the audacity of this bitch.
Yep. Yeah, my mom's dog is just like so tiny I can literally pick her up with just like 2 fingers. Dog is also a crackhead.
Well, yeah. Little dogs are always crackheads. That's why I don't like them. I like my dogs chill.
Same. The Senjis are chill, but also very mischievous.
Chihuahua? No Chihuahua. Look, I love dogs, but I love some dogs more than others. Where the fuck is this thing actually at?
It's telling me it's in the truck bed. Truck bed 3 of 4.
Yeah, define truck bed. Holy shit. I got breaking news for you. Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning.
What?
In January.
I did not see that on my 2026 bingo card.
Okay, there's one big positive to this. Whenever people say MTG, I won't get confused anymore.
Dude, I know, right? I was like, what happened to Magic the Gathering? What the shit? I'm like, oh, it's not Magic the Gathering.
Oh, there we go.
Where was it?
It was right here.
Wow.
This is the truck bed. It's this little tiny metal piece.
That is ridiculous.
It's a little insane. Marjorie Taylor Greene is
A congressperson.
she's a congresswoman. I know that. I just don't remember what state. Georgia, maybe? Hey, look at that. It's fucking sexy, lad. Proper naughty boy.
14th District of Georgia.
Okay, it is Georgia. Is my
Also,
name supposed to be Wishy, as in wishy-washy? Are you shitting me?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Public facility. I mean, I wouldn't call it that. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, kitty cat.
Can't wait to get a better PowerWash shirt.
I hate that the goddamn sprint is not a toggle and that I can't find a button to make it a toggle.
Yeah.
Maybe there is one. I'm not spraying the cat, first of all. Second of all, do not misgender Ulysses. She has 2 kittens.
Yep. Everyone made that mistake in the first game, and now there are 2 kittens.
Yes, orange female. It is rare. I know one. My old house, the neighbor, had an orange female. Her name was Boo. I always called her Boo Boo. Or Boo Bear. One or the other.
Did you see Vermintide 2 is free to keep until the 24th?
Yeah, it's a shame I already own it and have played like 50 hours of it.
I am shooketh.
I'm not even really a huge fan of Warhammer Fantasy. Like, I think it's good. And it's got some fun writing, but most of the Warhammer Fantasy games just aren't my cup of tea. Like, I've played a bunch of hours of Total War Warhammer.
Yeah. Yeah, Buddy and I did a full run through as a dark elf guy and his mom. It was quite fun. It did take
I
us
wish
a
it was
long time.
anything else. The Warning 4 is the outside circle. I can't actually see anything.
I found it. Oh. Scared the shit out of me. I'm like, oh god, did I accidentally pick up a gnome again?
Surprise! I mean, I knew that from the instant I noticed that we were only at 18%.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. A new job is available. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, leave it half done.
Yeah, we'll come back in the morning. Alex has an orange female? Really? They're so derpy. I mean, oranges are already kind of derpy. I feel like there's just something about the genetic traits that lead to a female orange that makes them extra derpy.
Look, all the orange cats share one brain cell. The schedule is very full.
Yeah, we had an orange male cat. He was actually pretty smart. He just also very untrusting. He did not trust people. Like, he had like 2-3 people at a time that were like his people, and he just would not hang out with anyone else.
Sounds about right.
Do you get any money from doing other people's stuff?
I get the satisfaction of a job well done, and then I cry
Oh, I see.
in my cardboard box with my PowerWash shirt every night to sleep.
Pumpkin would bite if he gets belly rubs. He will bite whoever is in front of him, not the one that's rubbing his belly. That's funny. That's typical orange behavior. You're the first target I see. You're going down.
God. When I went to my friend's wedding, I was staying at his sister's college apartment, and they had a cat called Lucy, which I found out later was short for Lucifer. So I get there, I'm going to take a leak. The cat shoves the door open, runs in, just bites my fucking toe hard as he can, and then runs out. And I'm like, really? Really? Freaking kidding me? And then he'd be like, give me attention. Then he'd try to bite you. It's like, I'm not doing that. Then he's run around the house grabbing and hanging on to things by his claws and just screaming his little soul out.
Aww.
I'm like, oh, fantastic.
I watched a cat grooming video yesterday that was like 20 minutes long for a cat named Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls.
It was an obese cat that was adopted by an animal sanctuary for obese cats. When he got into the shelter, he weighed like 30 pounds or something.
Yeah, that's a chunky lad.
And in the video, he had already lost like 10 pounds, but he was still like, he was a big fucking cat. He was a huge cat. And it also didn't help that, like, he was just a big cat. Like, even at a normal weight, he's a big cat.
Yep.
He's just big. But yeah, they named him Biggie Smalls.
What a name.
And I don't know if the animal sanctuary gave him that name, or if, like, the family that decided, I'm just gonna feed this cat all the time, did.
Or he kept going out and having multiple families who would feed him.
Yeah, that is also a concerning problem. A lot of people don't understand that every cat is different. For most of his life, up until pretty recently, Skits was pretty good about, like, we could just keep food down all day. And he would only eat a moderate amount. Like, he could control himself. You know?
Yep.
Oh, this is a bathroom. No wonder it's so gross.
I was like, what the fuck happened here?
I really like those public bathrooms that are like, they seal up once a day or twice a day.
Sterilize themselves.
And sterilize themselves because they have little water jets all over the room. Fire Chief's dog's gone missing.
This is a job for Scooby-Doo.
I just feel like those bathrooms tend to stay cleaner. Oh, yeah. Never mind. They found the dog. It didn't take long. That very much felt like one of those, oh shit, we have a big fucking problems, and you're like trying to figure out, okay, is this really as big a problem as I think it is, and can I fix it, right?
Bro, that was fucking me today at work.
And then you get to that point where you're like, okay, I have not been able to fix this, and it's a big problem. I have to start telling people, right?
Yep.
And then you start telling people about the problem, and then you fix the problem.
Yep.
The instant you bring other people into the equation, figure it out.
Yep, that was me today with a software update from our vendor. They reached out to me specifically after like 7 phone calls troubleshooting another issue. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a data corruption issue in this release you're currently on. If you hit this button in the software, it deletes this entire table. It just zeroes it out. So you'll lose your entire database of like 400 plus things, which would be a nightmare to try to recreate.
Fuck
and I was like, oh, I need to update this. Wait till the end of the day to go update it. Update's not available, so I had to email my contact and be like, what's this update pulled? Because I kind of need this for other features. Of course, the moment I tell my boss is the moment they fucking be like, this has to be fixed now. And I'm like, yeah, of course, tell my boss. And then, oh yeah, update's been pulled. Yeah, of course.
Now that I think about it, I think some of those public bathrooms, they do it every single time they're used.
Yep, I saw one in Japan that did that.
Like, you use it, and then as soon as the person gets out, it sterilizes the whole bathroom. Every single time.
Also, how did the changing table get so dirty?
I choose to believe that a lot of this is just, person has not cleaned facility in 35 years. You know?
One would hope.
Because the amount of filth that has built up on these things in places that don't make sense, like the changing table, I can kind of get. but like there is so much black on top of the air conditioner. How did that even get there?
Yep.
The only way that could happen is if it just hasn't been cleaned in years.
Decades.
Also, we are regularly using power washers on things that would not stand up to a power washer.
Yep.
Like the air conditioner. I would never shoot a fucking pressure washer at an air conditioning unit in a million years.
Oh yeah, did Foxy tell you we're rewatching the best episodes of Stargate according to IMDb?
Yes. I think she did mention that.
It's been very enjoyable and produced. I think a piece of art I am going to put in our future home. So we were discussing who we think, or I guess who our favorite system lord is. And I said, I thought Sokar was the most interesting system lord they did in the show, and then they killed him off. And
Which
then
one is
basically
Sokar?
rolled. I'm trying to remember what episode Sokar was on. He was the guy who basically modeled himself after the devil. Like, he was like the worst system lord, and then they were plotting to bring him back, and then they realized, we forgot we have Anubis who does the same thing, so we're just going to use Anubis instead.
I liked Ball.
You know, funny enough, that's exactly who Foxy said Ball, because Ball is so fucking hilariously dramatic and petty and amazing.
Well, because Ball feels more like a character.
Yeah.
Like, most of the Goa'uld are like a one-note personality.
Yeah.
Like the woman is just lustful.
Yeah.
And the old Chinese guy is just senile. And he's also one of the least evil. Because he's so old. He's so old that he's less evil.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would have rolled
Anubis
up
is fun in the Ascendant diner.
Yep.
Teens. When he plays the fat guy.
Yep. God, the Ancients are just so hilariously petty with how they deal with any problems.
They are. They really are. It really feels like at any point it really feels like that if anyone else had figured out how to ascend before them, things would either be cartoonishly bad or cartoonishly better. Because the Ancients are just so, like, nothing.
Yep. They're like, we can't interfere even if we caused this, but the guy who actually caused it, he's responsible for fixing it regardless, for eternity. And it's just like, guys, you know, you let somebody who's cartoonishly evil ascend, and you kind of like halfway descended him as punishment, but he's still around giving people shit.
Yeah, he's still
you could
effectively an immortal Goa'uld.
Yep.
Like, could we just not?
Could you offer some more help? And it's like with Morgana and Atlantis, it was just like, I can offer some help, and then the moment it went too far, yep, we're yoinking you away. Good luck, everybody else.
Yay, we did it.
I'm kind of hyped for the new series. It seems like they got a lot of good heads in the series already. It doesn't look like anybody's attempting to write their own fanfic for Stargate. Which is funny, because a lot of the fanfic is just as good as the actual episodes.
No, Diane, not fanfic.
Yeah, there's sort of an issue with writing in TV shows these days where
This lantern is concerningly dirty.
What's concerningly dirty?
That lantern that we just cleaned.
I thought you said the intern. I was like, wait, what happened? What did I miss?
The intern is filthy.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope it's a good Stargate. I guess I also need to know soon if I have to watch the Stargate stuff I haven't seen.
Yeah. I really hope they bring back the guy who dialed the gate in the first series as a trainer for everyone who has dialed the gate. That would be so funny.
Sergeant, what's his face?
Yep.
Siler?
I think it's Siler. I don't remember, but yeah. It'd be funny. He was always great.
He was great.
You know, the first episode where they get the mirror to travel the parallel universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I realized something when we were rewatching it last night. The first universe Daniel went to is fucked. It's absolutely fucked. It's over. Because since SG-1 doesn't exist, right? They're dead. Humans are gone. The replicators will overrun that universe in a few years.
Oh,
there's nothing to stop them or slow them down.
That is kind of a problem with every alternate future that they do in that series.
Yep.
Like, if SG-1 is not there to be like, hey, this is how you stop the replicators, the universe just dies every single time.
And the crazy part is, you've seen Atlantis, right?
Bits and pieces. Not all of it.
Yeah. So, if the humans never go to Atlantis...
That's one of the things I need to finish.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the whole series. I haven't done that.
Yeah, if the humans never go to Atlantis, Atlantis never wakes up. The Wraith are basically going to be dominant there, but the Wraith will just be turbo fucked the moment the replicators show up, because they'll be like, oh, we're just going to devour you, and like, oh wait, they're fucking robots. We can't. Oh no, we're dead.
Yep.
There's nothing we can do.
Oops.
Yeah, it's like that entire, all the alternate universes basically depend mostly on SG-1 discovering all these things.
I feel like none of my experiences with Stargate have really lived up to what made SG-1 so special to me. Because having a well-written sci-fi show is good. There's something that SG-1 does that so few of those giant overarching things do. Which is, by the time you get to like season 6, all of the things that happen come up. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. Like, the whole reason why the humanity is able to build the first spaceship is because of all of the tech that they got from the Stargate.
Yep.
Like, they couldn't do it otherwise.
They're
like, we don't actually know how to build this. We just stole it from a old ship.
Yeah. It's the same thing with a good chunk of Sliders is the characters and show build off of previous events.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine. It's one of the reasons I like Deep Space Nine so much. Because it's not the enemy of the weak.
Yep.
Like, the Enterprise at the end of an episode or like a multi-part episode, the Enterprise can just go somewhere else and go do other shit, right?
Yep.
Deep Space Nine does not have that luxury. It stays
Yep.
in the same spot. So any story stuff that they write is like, well, we have to live with that. We can't have the
Yep.
space station move.
Also, a friend of mine has a bad movie night. Well, sicko movie night. And to punish himself for being late to the movie night, he put on the Section 33 movie that came out with Michelle Yeoh in it.
Section 31.
Section 31, yeah. It was terrible.
Oh, I bet.
It was literally like TikTok slop writing
Section
dialogue
31
before.
worked in the context of Deep Space Nine because it was a darker Star Trek story being written by people that understood that the Federation is supposed to be an idyllic state. And Section 31 is the exception.
Yep.
And that if most of the Federation citizens knew that it existed, they would demand it be annihilated.
Yep.
It doesn't work for newer writers that don't understand that.
Yep.
It also helps that the writers on Deep Space Nine were actually good at their jobs
Yep.
and that they weren't
Yeah.
like under mass media corporate pressure.
Yep.
Kind of
Yeah,
like how
Section-
the first season of The Mandalorian was really good, and the second season was still pretty good. And then Book of Boba Fett and every Mandalorian thing after the second season was trash.
Yep.
And Ahsoka, that show, also trash. And then, hey, look, Andor's really good. Do you know why? Because the people that wrote it were basically like, we're going to make this political thriller show. And Disney was like, yeah, okay, we don't care.
Yep.
And then it was
Bill
good.
Burr's character in Mandalorian was fucking insane. That character.
Oh,
And then
man.
they threw him against. God, what is his name?
He acted the
He's a
fuck out
famous
of that.
stage actor. He was in Rob Zombie's 31.
I know who
Richard
you're
Brake.
talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah, Richard Brake,
Yeah,
who
Richard
is
Brake.
an insane, classically trained theater actor who just literally just walks over other people. He steals an entire scene, and those two like went toe to toe for a minute of very, very tense conversation. I was like,
Yeah,
this is fucking insane.
That like 15 minutes of the Mandalorian
Yeah.
taking his helmet off because like he has to, right?
Yep.
And then they have that conversation, and then it ends with Bill Burr's character handing him the helmet and then turning around so he could put the helmet back on and saying you did what you had to. That whole like 15 minutes is so good. It's so good. And
Yep.
both Bill Burr and
Richard Brake.
they acted the fuck out of that scene.
Yep. And you could see
Richard Brake
why.
is like, wow, man, you're really channeling that evil military officer shit.
Yep. Operation Cinder.
Like he reached into hell and pulled out Herman Goering
Yep. Herman Goring. Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
fucking did it. It was incredible.
Yeah, Richard
he
Brake is
nailed
fucking insane.
the like slimy fascist military officer. Like he did it so good.
Yep. I mean, he's a classically trained theater stage actor.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the classically trained theater stage actors are just some of the best for stuff like that.
Yep.
Like, those people were always the best in Star Trek, too.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons why Picard is so good. Someone is whining, yeah, Rue's upset.
Yep. He is literally sitting behind me. I am trying to make him happy. He was very happy when he finally took a liking to Stormy once I was back. That kind of normalized things. And then Stormy left, he had a couple days of everything being back to his favorite normal, and then Foxy had to leave, so he is now very upset again.
Yeah. I wonder where Skits went. He was here. But yeah, he, another great example of a guy just, like, nailing that persona was, hold on. I have to look up his name, the actor's name. Do-do-do-do-do. In Deep Space Nine. Gol Darheil? I don't know how to spell his name. Darheil. Yes. Harris Yulin. So, it's an episode of Deep Space Nine where... So, in Deep Space Nine, Gol Darheil, you don't want to be compared to Gol Darheil. Trust me. In Deep Space Nine, the reason the Federation takes over that space station is because the Cardassians had been using the local Bajorans as slave labor for a few generations. And the Cardassians, like, the occupation ended. Yes, Kardashian, but without the sh. The occupation ended, and the Federation came in and took over that space station as, like, we're just gonna keep an eye on things and make sure that they don't come back, you know? And we're also gonna provide assistance to the Bajorans while they get, like, an actual government set up. Gol Darheil was a camp leader. He led one of the Bajoran labor camps, the most brutal one. Basically the Bajoran equivalent of Buchenwald, right? And the actor, whose name I've already forgotten, plays the former head of this camp so incredibly well. And he's doing the exact same thing. He is literally just being Hermann Goering. They even reference it directly. So one of the things, Hermann Goering was, like, ultra super addicted to painkillers, which he started taking because of an injury he had in, I think, the First World War. And then he just became, like, super addicted to them. Anyway, when he was captured by the Allies at the end of World War II, they started reducing his, the amount of painkillers he was getting every day. And he noticed, and he started bitching up a storm. And they directly reference that in the episode of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is one of the best episodes of Star Trek. And it has such a great twist. It's really good.
Yeah, I really need to rewatch Deep Space Nine.
In the Pale Moonlight is the best episode of Star Trek ever made, and I will not be taking criticism of that.
Now the question is, do you know the worst episode of Star Trek ever made?
Which series are we including in this?
Let's just not include New Trek because that just makes it too easy.
Right.
Or
Because I
really
was going to
hard
say,
depending on how you want to look at it.
all of Picard, all of Star Trek Picard is the worst episode.
Obviously, you haven't watched Section 31 yet. I think you may change your mind.
I don't know. I don't think I ever will watch it. So let's just say like original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise.
Yep, that's fair. I was going to say up through Enterprise.
There is that one episode of Voyager with when Neelix and Tuvok merge into one being because of a transporter accident.
Yeah.
That one's really bad. I don't think it's the worst one, though.
Yeah. I know a lot of people consider Next Generation Season 1, Episode 4 as the worst episode of Star Trek of all time.
Which one's that?
The racist one.
The racist one?
Yep. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more plot than just racism. Oh,
It's
there is
called
that episode of the original
Code of Honor.
series where Kirk reads the is it Declaration of Independence or the Constitution?
To Abraham Lincoln.
No, to some random planet. And he like says that it's one of the greatest. I think it's the Constitution. It's the greatest legal document ever written, or something crazy like that. It's one of those episodes that I always tell people to watch, not because it's good, but because of how fucking silly it is. That Kirk, 500-ish years in the future, whenever it is, I forget. The United States has been gone for 3 centuries, right?
Yeah.
Reads the Constitution to the natives of some fucking planet. It's so dumb. All right, Code of Honor. Which one is Code of Honor?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a good summary of all the things wrong with it. This one is bad, like seriously bad. One of my least favorite of all TNG episodes. I found it shockingly backwards, racist, and offensive. Then I remembered it's just a TV show with writers did a bad job. I can't think of a single redeeming quality for Code of Honor.
Oh.
Even the cast hated the episode.
Damn.
Like, it got sexist, it got racist, multi-layered racism, too. Like, they'd started the episode based off of the samurai code and then just swapped the samurais for black people. And then it got exceedingly sexist with it, too, if I remember correctly.
What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta look this up in a second. Because I don't remember this episode. Hold on. Code of Honor. Star Trek Code of Honor.
I linked you to a better review. It includes a basic plotline summary.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Yeah, now you remember this episode.
The basic plotline is that one of the leaders from the alien planet kidnaps Tasha, a white woman, to have as a trophy. Oh my god. Damn. I like completely pushed that one out of my memory.
Yeah, same. I vaguely remembered it after I read a
completely
bunch of
pushed it
reviews.
out of
I'm
my
like,
memory.
I a little bit remember this now.
That's super racist.
You know what the wildest part is? Person wrote that episode and then went to work on Stargate.
That's... Can I help you, sir?
Maybe. Do you want to save 25% of your car insurance by switching to Geico?
Motherfucker, I already have Geico.
Good to know.
I should switch, though, because I can get cheaper. Alright. There are cheaper ones in my area that basically give me the same thing. And I need to switch, I just haven't done it. What the fuck? There's a bear in the lodge?
That's not good.
Are these people insane?
You know, that actually reminded me of something. In one of my college courses for disaster recovery, on the final exam, one of the questions was, what do you do if you enter the data center one day and find a bear?
Walk out.
Pretty
Call
much.
animal
That
control.
was, yeah, it was a multiple choice, but I'm like, I really want this to be a fill in the blank, and I would just write, first of all, I would do nothing because he's
What the
probably one of my
shit?
coworkers because he's in a secured area, and it'd be very rude to have the cop show up and shoot one of my coworkers. It'd be considered very rude in Earth terms.
Why is the Bifrost from Asgard going across the sky?
I don't know. I never noticed that.
Yeah, I feel like just leave the room, call animal control. If you can shut everything off while walking out, then do so, but don't endanger yourself to do it.
Wow. AWOL insulting a poor bear who got his PhD.
Bears are only allowed to have 2 jobs. Sitting around all day chilling, eating berries, and Dova Bear.
Interesting.
Do you remember Dova Bear?
The name rings a bell, but I remember nothing beyond that.
It's a series on YouTube, animated series from the Skyrim, early Skyrim days, so like 2012-ish.
Yeah, vaguely
Where
ringing bell.
the Dragonborn is a bear.
God. I remember seeing that on the subreddit. You're making me feel old, AWOL.
I recently picked up Kingdom Come Deliverance and
I saw
Kingdom Come
that. I was
Deliverance
surprised
2.
you weren't playing it tonight.
I thought about it. But then I was like, do I really want to stream that? Not really. That's a big RPG. That's a huge commitment.
Yep. You know, funny story about that.
And I'm not even sure how entertaining it is,
Yeah.
you know?
For the second one, you lose the abilities you got from the first one for a bit, and they even have an in-game dialogue reason. You got hit on the head and forgot everything.
Yeah, I heard about that. That you basically just suffer a big injury.
Yep, it's so funny.
You get hit on the head, you suffer a bad injury, and then it's like, you kind of remember some stuff, and you can kind of still do some stuff, but you have to retrain everything.
Yep.
It's in House MD. There is an episode where Dr. Foreman gets infected by a patient, and I can't remember exactly what happens, but basically he gets really sick. They're able to save him, but the brain damage that he gets from the illness and from the treatment fucked with his head and reversed his motor controls.
Terrifying.
So, like, whenever he tried to move his right arm, it would move his left arm, stuff like that. Which is a thing that can happen and has happened.
Yep.
And then they just explain that he goes through intense physical therapy to relearn how to use his body.
Yeah, that reminds me.
And then they just pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, I saw a video of a woman who had a stroke and developed a Chinese accent.
Oh, Christ. I mean, it's unheard of. It happens.
Yep.
People know a lot of things that they don't realize that they know. If that makes sense.
Yep. That's me at work. I know more about our vendor software than all of their tier 1 support and a lot of the stuff their tier 2s do. I've worked with it so long, I'm like, I'm just going to learn it myself so I can fix it faster.
Well, this is neat. I bought the
Oh, you finally
radio.
unlocked it. Alright, let's see what I can buy with my money.
Do you have money?
Yeah, I have $1,450.
I wasn't sure if the game was paying you.
Nope, the game does pay me, so I got that going for me.
Like, I was concerned that the game, like, just doesn't pay you for multiplayer stuff. I've never seen a power washer attachment like this.
I've seen a couple.
Although, to be fair, the only pressure washer I owned was pretty old.
Well,
My
I fucked
grandfather
up. I
bought it,
bought
like,
things in the
15
wrong
years
order.
ago.
So I bought that attachment, but I forgot to buy the thing that goes with it.
Oh,
A bit of a
can't
problem.
do that.
I'm not a smart man, Mr. AWOL.
Whoops. If you swap pressure washers from the normal one to the round one, they have different audio effects.
Yep.
If you do not stop shooting the pressure washer and then switch, it does not switch the sound effect.
Sounds like you've discovered a bug.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it did it that time. Weird. So it seems to be intermittent. The worst kind of bug.
Yep, I have a few of those open at my job. For years, they've looked at me like I'm crazy until somebody else actually experienced it. I'm like, oh my god, the bug does exist.
I'm not just
Not
losing
crazy.
my mind.
Yep.
It could also just be that, like, some people just break things in a very specific way that nobody is ever able to replicate.
Yep.
That also happens a lot.
Yeah, I got a reputation. If they see my phone number pop up on the incoming caller screen, they know they're probably going to get a funky challenging call, because I usually don't call about easy things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Surprisingly, they like taking my calls because I'm not a dick. Very relaxed.
Damn. Can't imagine why that would be.
Because I'm not a dick?
No, I mean, yeah. Yes, not the sentence I meant to say.
I know.
I can't
It was
imagine
funny, though.
why they would like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, the beam is gone.
Oh god. What have you done?
The beam was keeping the volcano in check?
Well, that's a big fucking problem.
We have a volcano?
Apparently.
Well, that explains why everything is so fucking dirty here.
Yeah. Also, if the volcano goes off, it's going to be real dirty. Coming soon to Crime Scene Cleaner, PowerWash Simulator Volcano DLC.
No, it did do it that time. I swapped and it kept the old sound. Strange. At least I was able to replicate it once.
I also like reading the Hollister's messages out of context, and I'm just like, the Ant-Man meme, what happened here?
Oh, what was the racist for?
Yeah, that's the thing that got me, is like, can
What
I
were
be
we
a trophy?
talking about?
And then it goes slowly walk backward, then assist JT, and then finally racist. And I'm like,
Oh, the woman that developed Chinese when she had the fucking brain damage.
yeah,
That's what it was.
gotcha. Yeah. It'd just be wild to just wake up one day and have a completely different accent.
It happens every time they build a Tower of Babel. People need to stop doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a white woman develop Chinese accent, a white guy develop a perfect Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
A Chinese guy develop a Welsh accent, which kind of wild. I used to watch a lot of medical documentaries.
She said, "Why is it all white?" right when you said that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a lot of the documentaries end up focusing on a lot of the more Western cases.
Yeah, I can't imagine why that would be. I can't imagine why Western focused documentaries would focus mostly on Western people, which just so happen to be mostly white. I can't imagine why white people would choose to study themselves.
Hey, well, you're gonna get canceled.
I'm gonna go check on the cat after this. So we'll take a 5-minute break.
Roger, roger.
I just want to make sure he didn't poop anywhere.
Fair enough.
Anywhere he's not supposed to, I mean.
That is also fair.
He was hanging out with me and then he left, so I'm not sure where he is.
Rue finally was done whining at me when I laid on the guest bed again.
Oh. Poor baby. Too much change.
He does not do well with change.
Now, seeing as how Skits has been to the vet like 4 times since we moved, he doesn't either.
Yeah, my second dog did not like the vet at all. So the moment the door closed to the vet's office, she would immediately go try to push it open again.
Oh my
She was
God.
too small to get it open, but she tried her best. She's like, all right, I'm ready to leave. That's how this works, right?
The 200-pound Saint Bernard, he would be pretty okay right up until the lady in the lab coat walked into the room. And then what he would do is he would... So you know how they always have 1 or 2 chairs for people to sit in?
Yeah.
So they always had 2 chairs at this office, and he would climb into the unoccupied chair and try to get behind the person sitting in the other chair.
That's funny.
Because it was that lab coat. If she walked in without the lab coat, he was fine. But if she was wearing the lab coat, it was a problem.
Yeah. You know what's funny? My
He
first
would
dog.
panic.
Yeah, my first dog had to get the Hannibal Lecter treatment at the vet because she had to wear 2 muzzles. If you only put either the vet muzzle or our muzzle on her, she would get her head out of it mid-exam and bite people. And these are veteran techs and veterinarians who are very good about not getting bit. She was really fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had to wear 2 muzzles. So you put our muzzle on and then the vet's muzzle on. That was the only way we could keep her from biting people. She was having absolutely none of it.
Well, they tell you not to wrap your tool twice, but I guess when it comes to muzzles, that doesn't apply.
Yep. Then she had a stroke, and then she's like, all right, let's just get this over with. I want to go home and go back to napping.
Yeah.
Chillest dog you could imagine. She just gave 0 fucks.
That's how Hercules was most of the time. Did not give a single shit. Even when he was a puppy. Like, he would have his, like, puppy moments. You know? But by and large, he's like, I just want to chill, guys. Can I just chill?
Yep. Yeah, a friend of mine had a very chill Mastiff. Car backed over him one time. Didn't cause any damage to him. He literally just got up, moved out of the driveway, and then went back to sleep. And then, like, they're like, oh, God, we got to take him to the vet. And they're like, yeah, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Didn't hurt him a bit. He's like, how dare you interrupt my daily sabbatical of naps? Damnable humans.
We had a stray cat that... not a stray. Basically, it was somebody's cat that got lost. Don't know what happened. We couldn't They didn't have a tag. They didn't have any of that shit. They weren't chipped. But he, I think, yes, he hung out on our property in our front yard for like 5 days, and then he just got up and left at some point. The problem was that he was deaf, and he really liked to lay in the driveway and sunbathe, or lay under the cars if it was too hot. I think you see the problem here.
Yep.
So for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, every time anybody left, we had to go out there and look for him. And if he was asleep under the car, we had to climb under the car and poke him. And be like, hey man, you gotta move. And then he would get up and he would move. But like, you could yell at him and be like, hey, hello, hey, all you wanted. He was completely deaf. 100% deaf. Could not hear at all.
I fucking broke the game again, goddammit.
Did you? Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I can't put down the, this thing.
Well, at least you're actually holding it.
The scissor lift. Yeah, it's red everywhere. Because I picked it up when it was partially extended.
Oh, shit.
Alright, let me...
Oh, you found another bug.
I can't keep doing this. I'm done with it, man. I just want to enjoy my games.
You found another bug. Good job.
Give me a second, I'll just rejoin.
It's still red.
You can't leave me alone anymore.
It's still red. Stop touching stuff.
God damn it.
Don't even play the game.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna close out of the game and I will...
No, you have to be in the lobby. You have to be here. You're just don't play. Don't touch anything. Don't breathe. Don't. I guess pray.
Yeah, I can't even interact with it anymore.
Yeah, neither can I. That's a proper bug. That would be a soft lock if we didn't have other means of climbing.
Yup.
This is kind of a neat house. I mean, it's a neat house to look at. I would never live here. In a million
I also ran
years.
into the issue of when I was trying to put the thing up, I kept picking up the ladder behind it instead.
Oh my god.
I was like, why can't I go up?
That's probably what did it. Trilobite fossil. Huh.
Yep. You know something funny I've realized in the past few years? I read Dune several times when I was younger, and the whole time I always thought to myself, people are never going to want to just burn technology. That's insane. And now I'm just like, I'm ready to burn the technology of anything stronger than a toaster.
Yeah. I feel like every time in my life I've ever thought that about anything, that like people will never do that. That's crazy. I've always been proven wrong.
Yep.
Every single time.
Dude, at this point, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I guarantee people like, zombies aren't real, and then hug them and they get bit and then turn.
Well, they would hide it.
Yeah, like Sean Spicy Spicer.
I'd be like, see, I'm fine. I'm fine. See? See?
Yep.
Fake news.
God, Sean Spicer, the press guy for the White House for a while there, every time he was up there, he looked like a guy in a zombie movie who got bit. You know, he's all pale white.
Yeah.
He was all sweaty and it's like, I didn't get bit. Honest. It's like, bro, you're sweating. You look very clammy. Are you sure you didn't get bit?
It took a while, but Donald Trump did finally find a head of the press secretary that was just as ghoulish as him
Yep.
and willing to just straight up lie.
Yep.
Like, being press secretary for a long time was a very, very refined game.
Yep,
You
it was
know?
prestigious.
It was a game of answering the press's questions in very particular ways. But that wasn't good enough for the president. He wanted them to just lie. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on the cat. I'll be right back.
Roger, roger.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Congratulations on your promotion to a system lord.
You mean like Daniel Jackson in that one episode?
Yep.
When he got all of the knowledge of the Goa'uld
Yep.
and then immediately became evil?
Yep, sounds about right.
And then it was all a
Yeah.
vision?
Yep.
And it was all a vision that was created by the kid specifically to get Daniel to understand that, like, the problem is you can't just extract the Goa'uld tech from their knowledge and not be affected by it.
Yep.
Like the Goa'uld's evilness is a part of that information. And you can't just take the tech out. You have to read the whole thing, basically, you know?
Yep.
And by doing so, you are, like, irrevocably broken. It's like how the people that go after, like, child predators have the, like, horrible turnover rates.
Yep.
Because the amount of shit you have to subject yourself to go after these people irrevocably harms you.
Oh yeah, I was a sysop for a very, very large internet forum for a while, and yeah, you see shit. That's all I can say. You see things that you'll never unsee in a lot of people.
Like, well, we have to build a case against this child predator. That means they're gonna have to see shit. That's...
Yep.
Or another example, people that work at, hotlines. Like suicide hotlines, for example. Working at those places changes you.
Yep. A lot of folks aren't cut out for it.
Like, you can't just... Sometimes... So in that episode of Stargate, the whole point is, even if you have good intentions, and even if you're doing a good thing in the end, or you're trying to do a good thing, you're still going to be damaged by it just from exposure to the bad thing.
Yep.
And yeah, that's just how it works. There are a lot of good things that need doing that can only be done by being exposed to the bad thing in a way that damages you. Like, you take psychic damage
Yep.
by trying to help certain people. It just is a thing. You can't do anything about it.
Yerp.
I wonder what PowerWash simulator speedruns look like.
That is a good question. I know people have to do it. has to have its own category.
Like, I'm curious, like, how do these people finish these in record time?
Yeah. Yeah, the speedrunning community gets kind of wild for some of the bigger games. And it's just like, I remember one game I shall not name. Some of the top runners banded together to basically make the board so only they would be able to compete ever again. And there'd be no one outside because basically the timers would reset and you can't submit if you don't have a time to get into the top level. And they would make it so you needed one to get in, so it would be an infinitely decreasing pool till it was only them left.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. And so many people got mad at them and they're like, how dare these stupid people stop us? And I'm just like, you're defeating the point of a community.
You're doing the thing. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. It's like, hey, if you want to just compete among yourselves, you can make your own category.
You can just do that?
Yeah.
You don't have to be a dick about it?
Pretty much.
Like, if you are a part of a league and you don't like the way the league is run, you can just go start a new one.
Yep.
Like, you and your buddies can just go do your own thing.
Yep. Speedrunning is honestly fun. I used to speedrun in SWOTOR on my own.
Really?
See how fast I could complete the dailies. It's kind of ridiculous.
Did you just use the litter box that I just scooped? You look like you did. I'll have to go check in a second.
Roger, roger.
Speaking of people not liking things, did you ever hear that one Ronald Reagan joke about the Soviets? Or the Soviet joke that Ronald Reagan got from
Maybe.
the Russian people? The one, so an American and a Soviet are talking about their given systems and, you know, what makes them better, right? And the American says, what makes my system so special is that I can go into the Oval Office, pound my fist on the president's desk, and say, President Reagan, I don't like the way you're running this country. Right?
Yep.
And the Soviet guy says, oh, well, yeah, I can do that too. And the American's like, what, you can? And he said, yeah, I can go into the Kremlin, pound my desk on the general secretary, or pound my fist on the general secretary's desk and say, Mr. General Secretary, I don't like the way President Reagan is running his country.
Yep, I remember that joke. It's a good one.
It's a really good one. It's one of my favorite ones. I also like the one where, like, the guy's going to get an automobile. And he waits in line forever, yada, yada, yada. And then they're like, okay, so come back in a year and pick up your automobile, right?
Yep.
And the guy says morning or afternoon. And the person at the automobile place is like, well, why does it matter? It's going to be a year from now. And he says, because the plumber's coming in the morning.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love it.
There was another one about party officials speeding a lot. So they made a rule that was like, look, it doesn't matter how important they are. If they're speeding, you have to pull them over and you have to give them a ticket, no matter who it is. Right?
Yeah.
So, one morning, General Secretary Gorbachev is late to get to the Kremlin. And he tells his driver, get in the back, I'm driving. right?
Yeah.
And he goes speeding off down the road. And not long after, he, two traffic cops on bikes see him going down the road, and one of them shoots off to go pull him over and give him a ticket, right?
Yeah.
And when he gets back, his the other cop says, "Well, did you give him a ticket?" And he's like, "No, I couldn't. It was too important, right?" And the guy's like, "Well, you saw the thing. We have to give everybody a ticket, no matter who it is." And he was like, I couldn't. He was too important." And the guy asks, "Who was it?" And he says, "I don't know. I didn't recognize him, but his driver was Gorbachev."
That's a good one.
I fucking love those jokes
So,
that Reagan would tell. I fucking hate Reagan, but
yeah.
I did not fucking stand Reagan. He was a piece of shit, but he was a funny guy.
Yeah, I think one of my favorites is the one about the, was it the Soviets, the Americans, and somebody else are looking for a rabbit in the forest? And then the Soviets eventually bring back a bear, and the bear just goes, "I'm a rabbit," because they'd beaten him up and tortured him. Americans got all the fancy toys. The Europeans did a bunch of investigation. The Russians just grabbed a bear, beat the shit out of him, and was like, "Tell everyone you are a rabbit."
Yeah, that's a good one. I've heard that one about the Americans just throw money at the problem with fancy toys and tech, and the Europeans create a commission to study what a rabbit is,
Yep.
and then the Russians bring back a bear, and the bear says, "I'm a rabbit." Yeah. I've heard that one.
It's a good one.
There was another one that was three dogs, an American dog, a Polish dog, and a Russian dog are hanging out. And the American dog says, one of the nice things about it being in America is I hang out around a restaurant, and when I bark, they give me meat, right? And the Polish dog says, "What's meat?" And the Russian dog says, "What's bark?"
That's funny.
There was also that one time during a speech. I don't know if this was before or after the assassination attempt. There was a car that backfired or something during the speech, which obviously made a loud bang. It's not really a thing that cars do much anymore.
Yep.
It makes a very loud bang, basically. And in the middle of the speech, this bang happens, and he just says, "Missed me."
Huh.
Fucking great.
It was wild.
It's, there's something about Republicans and assassination attempts, like failed assassination attempts. They're always like the most insane, or like even like assaults, whatever. Like Bush had those shoes thrown at him, and he ducked, and then he was smiling and laughing because this guy just threw his shoes at him.
Yep.
Reagan made jokes about his a few times. And then when Trump's first one happened, although the second one barely counts, to be honest, the first one happened, it was like, well, shit, I guess he's gonna win now.
Pretty much, yep.
But But whenever people on the left, people try to assassinate anyone on the left, they almost always just succeed.
Yep.
And then we find out 50 years later that it was the FBI the entire time.
Yeah. My favorite is when the IRA said to Thatcher, "You have to be right every time. We only had to be right once."
That's a good one. Shit, yeah.
The IRA had no chill.
No, they really fucking didn't. The IRA were fucking nuts. They were crazy. They got their point across, though.
Yeah, the funny part is there's still infighting on who the actual true successor to the IRA is, because some of them are like, we reject the Good Friday Agreement. And some of them are like, no, we're the true successors. Everyone else is a fake.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That happens a lot. One of the reasons why the Founding Fathers made such a big deal about the major votes all being unanimous.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very important that every colony signs the Declaration of Independence. Right? Like, it has to be 100%. And same thing with the Constitution. It is extremely important that every state signs every provision. With stuff that comes after, not as important. That's just democracy. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, right? But they made a really big deal out of making sure that everybody agreed with the initial stuff. Oh, you're gone.
I fucking broke again. I picked up a ladder, couldn't put it down.
Well, the ladder's gone.
God, I can't fucking touch anything in this game.
I saw the ladder floating around and then it just disappeared. Now I'm not sure where it is. I think it might just be gone. Okay, I see one ladder. Yeah, the other ladder is just gone. It's just gone. The ladder has been deleted from the universe.
I am sorry, I have broken so much.
So the scissor lift is now permanently incorporeal. Cannot be touched, but can be seen. And one of our adjustable ladders is just gone. It has been deleted.
Are you scared if we ever end up in the same place, us having dinner, you think I'm just going to cause the universe to cease to exist around us?
I fully expect that the table will collapse. And then they'll, like, flip it over and look, and it'll be like, damn, this screw was so rusty, it snapped.
And it's a brand new table.
It's a brand new table. The manufacturing date is last week.
Yep. I put this together myself. The screw wasn't rusted.
What the fuck happened here? It's people that fix broken things for a living have, like, a force field around them.
God, I wish I did. That would make my life so much easier.
Well, the force field that just breaks things.
Oh.
Like, if your job is fixing things, you develop a force field that breaks things in your general vicinity.
Yep. Speaking of breaking things, I am honestly considering moving back to Linux again.
No, go to SteamOS. You don't need your operating system to do anything other than play Steam games.
I wish.
That's all there is.
Yep, there is SteamOS. It just isn't quite ready for
It's not ready for non-video game prime time.
Yeah, It's
because
just
it's
kind
just
of,
not for that.
yeah,
Like, Valve has made it support other things, and you know it's a Linux fork, so it just does a lot of stuff
yeah.
by default. But like, it's not meant to be a full primetime OS. It's just not.
Yep. I'm also just kind of done with Windows breaking shit.
Yeah, I am so fucking done with Windows breaking shit, but I just don't really have an option yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so my mixer now works under Linux, so I don't have to worry about that. It's not quite as easy to route audio the way I'd like to, but I can work around it. And then apparently there's open Stream Deck software, so I can use that for my Stream Decks, hopefully.
Okay.
Because I actually have a Stream Deck Plus, and I have knobs configured for my Go XLR.
Oh, okay.
It's actually pretty nifty. And it even tells me the routing table per channel, too. Because I have the beta firmware, which they totally scrubbed off the internet and definitely doesn't exist anymore. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I had to do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I had to do that for Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure. Because when the fan translations... So, Falcom did a really great thing. When the fan translations of those two games were finished, and they were really good fan translations, like really good, they were like, hey guys, you did a really good job. We want you to do the official release localization using the work that you did here, but you have to take down the free download links from your website.
Yep, I remember that.
And so they disappeared. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And when the games came out on Steam, they were like $40. And I said, fuck that. So I found it. I mean, good thing I downloaded it before they deleted it.
Yep.
And then I had to buy Trails from Zero from a Japanese digital store. And Trails to Azure from a Chinese digital store. Because for whatever reason, Trails to Azure was not available digitally in Japan.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Japan is very weird about Japanese releases.
So, like, Trails from Zero, which is the first game in that saga, was available digitally. But Trails to Azure wasn't, which was the sequel. It's like, it's so fucking weird.
Yep.
But Trails to Azure was available digitally in China.
Yep. You know you can't actually rent video games in Japan? It's illegal.
It's so weird. Japan is weird. They need to stop. Honestly. They need to get their shit together. Just stop.
Yeah, and a lot of video games that are Japanese are either region locked, have their own Japanese version, or you literally can't even buy the game digitally in Japan. You gotta buy a physical copy, usually for a console.
Oh, I found the ladder.
The disappearing ladder.
Yeah, I found it. It's up here.
No, that was a different ladder. That one was good.
Alright, I'm gonna go check the litter box again. I'll be right back.